Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Sea of Thieves. This is a game that we're revisiting today. I've played a lot of it over the years, and it has gone from strength to strength. I know some people get put off by the very rare, because Rare made it, sort of graphics, this bordering on Fortnite extreme caricature, but I can tell you now that not only do the graphics look fantastic, especially in person in motion in front of you, but they lend themselves really well to the motion of the ocean and the seas and the environments. It's actually one of the prettiest games you'll play, but I can understand that some people don't necessarily believe that. On top of that, it's actually a really fun game. You can play it with the boys, but you can also get away with playing it on your own, albeit in a more limited way, because it has a PvPvE sort of, it's not hardcore as Tarkov, but it definitely has other people coming into fucking shitting your sandwich. So you gotta keep an eye out for that. Anyway, so this is my ugly old hag Sheila that I've been playing with for years. I don't think we can change their look, but I wouldn't want to, because she's my girl. Anyway, so we're gonna go play. This was like an expansion they did with Jack Sparrow, which is kind of cool actually, but the main thing we want to do is play this. Anyway, you've got the three different types of ships. We can't really get away with crewing these two, but a sloop will do us just fine as a one-man thing. We're gonna play as a closed crew, and off we go. There's been a lot added, alright? I'm not adding this for a particular season or a particular update or anything. I do know that it's on a bit of a sale at the moment. Off we go. But you can also play it on Game Pass. In fact, it's one of the main reasons you should have Game Pass. It's just a great game all round. So what we'll do is I'll jump in, I'll give you a bit of an overview, because that's what this is, of the mechanics. We might do a little bit of trade, because trade is one of those things that you'll always have someone in your four-man stack that'll find it boring. However, it's something that's really, I feel, aimed at a solo player. One of the things they added, I believe, recently was the ability to buy your own ship. You can see I just sort of loaded into a sort of lobby session as a sloop, a generic sloop, which I can equip with cool stuff. But the newest edition, I think, of the most recent season is if you want to put up the cash, you can have an actual custom ship with a custom name placard, which is pretty cool too. When you come into sort of encounter range with other players, it will pop up. So you could actually develop a reputation in your server region as a scourge of the sea, you know? The Scarlet Squarehead or something like that. The Scarlet Seeker as a ship sounds like a pretty cool name. And you know, I've found that encountering people, I haven't played this since that launch, so it's been a little while. So yeah, there's a little bit of preamble. I know I'm talking over a load screen, but for someone that hasn't played any of this before, this information could be considered useful. This is just scratching the surface of this game. There's raid equivalents, there's world events. It is very much got like an MMO sort of open world component to it. However, one of the best things that sort of makes me worry a little bit about like the named ships, the permanency, is the sort of lack of permanency. Oh, that's my favorite event, that ship thing, but I don't know if I'll be able to handle it as a one player. It is the fact that you start from scratch, right? You have to go running around. I mean, it's a bit dark in here. Maybe I'll pull out my lantern. And you can go over to these barrels and just loot up some basic repairs, basic ammo, food, that sort of stuff. Fill your inventory slots, because that's one of the things, is keeping your ship supplied is a real big part of the gameplay loop. And
it's important.
Oh Jesus, Sheila's yelling at me. This guy's like super end game, which I haven't really bothered to pursue, but if you max out like all the career paths, you can sort of unlock another career path as well. No, I'm not talking. Are you holding out like an apple or something? Okay, right. Okay, so where are we? You've got a sword, you've got a gun. You can change that. You can change it to 2 guns, that sort of thing in your ship. This is one of the dudes. This is kind of like the treasure man, the gold hoarders. He likes treasure chests and exploring. This is just a shop where you can buy, well, most of the game, what you actually purchase with your money is cosmetics. Welcome. It's all about bragging rights. So you do not engineer for advantage. And to be honest, it works because this game is fucking cool, right? But if your gameplay loop was weak, it wouldn't work. Most other games, they focus really hard in getting that 1-2% level up or the gear level up or whatever, and that's all good and well, but Sea of Thieves doesn't have that. It's an even playing field for everybody. And all you really pay for is cosmetics to say, hey, you know, I spent $1 bazillion on this peg leg. But, and some people aren't going to like that, you know, because they want to engineer advantage. They want the progress. I get it. This is, I think this guy gets you to the Jack Sparrow event. What else have we got? So this is one of the factions here. If you look on this table, you can actually see if there are any other players in your server region playing this faction, representing, which is another thing altogether. Let's see. We'll go down here. This is new as well, quest board. I was figuring this out recently. You can basically just take random maps from buried treasure that other players buried. They go and bury the chest somewhere and it makes a map and you can go and dig up their treasure. It's kind of cool, this weird feedback loop creating missions. This chick's like a shipwright.
I'm here.
So what we could do here is buy things to customize our ships. Oh geez, what have I done now? Why are we loading so slowly? Goodness me. All sorts of stuff. Very expensive, but like I said, that's the sort of the pull on it. That's my ship there. Default little shit box. And what we'll do is we'll take a moment to refine the look of your captain's ship. Change your table, beds, rucks. I don't think I can do that because I don't own a captained ship. But that's cool. Rugs and beds and all that and that sort of stuff. You can't normally customize it on a generic ship. But here's some of the upgrades I've got. What is this crap? Lucky Rover figurehead? Oh my god. I'm fairly fond of this. I like my shark figurehead. Oh, look at this. I've got the matching hull. Oh, this one's got flames on it. I guess we got the Lucky Rover thing for something or other. I don't know, to be honest. Whatever, that one will do. And we'll put a nice flag. Let them know I'm coming. Oh, that one looks good. Oh no, look at this. Have I got the full Azure set? I'm pretty close. I haven't really bought any of these. I'll put these cannons on. You can change the different cannon flare and all that. And you have a look. Oh my god, it got night all of a sudden. Very, very quickly. And there's my decorated ship. Anyway, so this chick's another faction, and this is the one that we're probably going to interact with today. We're going to fly our flag for this faction. So if we do that... Ooh, you can see that's one of those is me, and one of those will be some other player. And if you have a look, where's my wheel? I should be rocking the pennant up there. And at the back of the ship, you can see the flag here. And in fact, you should be able to see the amount of pips on it. See, it's got like one little dash. So that's because I'm level 1 for this faction. So as long as I do missions for this faction and cash them in this instanced session, I will level up my reputation and therefore my multiplier with this faction. All the way up until level 5, at which point you actually get like a faction bonus. So it's incentive to not fucking sink. So you log into a session, hey, I'm going to trade or I'm going to go digging up treasure chests. You align with the faction. You try and level up your flag, and at the end of it, when you log out, you can actually cash your flag back in, and you get a pretty sizable bonus that's compounding depending on your level. So, like I said, the beauty of this is it's session-based. You can settle in for a couple of hours and really get some progress going. And having said that, just another point, there is a pirate faction, and they basically exist to fucking fuck my day up. And they will hunt you relentlessly, and the higher value your flag, the higher value you are to them. Anyway, so there's this cool interplay, and it's really good. Okay, what am I doing? No, I need to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you.
Are you up to this?
Browse stuff. Browse Merchant Alliance offers. What was that other one?
Twice before returning.
Browse offers. Resources and commodities. Oh, look at this. You can actually buy crates these days. That irks me a little, to be honest. Crate of ungraded sugar? Oh, crate of ungraded tea. So what happens if I buy that?
Visit again, if you dare.
Yeah. Take grate of tea. Okay. Well, let's load it aboard the ship, because we're going to be going trading anyway. We'll take it with us. So they seem to have fleshed out some of the mechanics, which is kind of cool. Ungraded tea. Yeah, right. How am I going to get back up here? Oh, my ship does look cool, doesn't it? Alright. Oh my goodness. So there's no fast travelling day or night cycle or anything like that, so I'm just going to have to suffer through the night. Let's try this again. So what we're going to do is the main sort of screen is this, where you can ask for missions. Voyage inventory full. So I already have voyages, and this is sort of guild-specific accoutrement. You know, you can buy costumes and all that sort of stuff. Grants access to merchant commander voyages. Oh, well, that sounds pretty good. Let's buy that. Apparently my reputation must have gone up enough to buy the next level of quests. But that's locked out because I need to level up some more.
Twice before returning.
Okay, yes. Okay, wonderful. No, not instrument. Not lamp. I need to figure out... Might just be tab. Here we go. Quests. Voyages. So you can see I've got a bunch of voyages already in here that I would have bought. I'm just going to discard one to make room for this because I'm sort of trying to explain how this works. Let's try this once more. Essentially, I can pick one of these 3 missions. A valuable shipment lost by the brazen shifty Shinton. What is this? Oh, this is like recovering a lost shipment. This is a new type of mission I don't think I've done before. A cargo run of extreme profit, which I'm used to. And polite commission from the esteemed Mr. Topham. And this, I think, sends you out. It'll be like, go get me some chickens, and you have to go find them yourself, which is a bit of a fucking nightmare, to be honest. Let's try this one. I don't think I've done this before. So, you buy your quest, and you could be playing in your 4 stack with the boys, right? So everyone's got their own quests, everyone's got their own idea of what they want to do. And so you go down to the captain's table, and you propose a quest. In which case I'm going to pick the one that we just got, this one here. I don't need to vote on it, but if there was more players, you'd vote, and majority rule. And there we go. So now, this is the mission that we're doing. Here's your ammo box where you can change your weapons and skins and all that sort of crap if you want. And actually, you can just refurb ammo here. Look, daylight's coming around. See the stormy clouds? That is a storm. And you can go into that and you can get hit by lightning and get leaks and all sorts of crap. It's great. Anyway, so we should have a quest radial. Hold Q and press spacebar. And this is our mission, right? You can show it to people if you have friends, which I don't. Okay. Search along the missing ship route to uncover any clues that will lead you to the lost shipment. Recover the ship manifest. Oh, well, isn't that kind of cool? Mission vessel is called Dampbeard's Hauler. It was heading to the finest trading post. Oh no, it was from the finest trading post and going to New Golden Sands outpost. Well, let's have a look. Let's work this out. Now, where are we here? Plunder outpost. Now, first things first. Let me out off this fucking map. Let's find finest trading post and New Golden Sands outpost. Finest trading post. Oh, there we go there. Let's plonk a mark on that. And it was going to New Golden Sands. It was going all the way up here, alright? So now we've got a rough idea and we can compare that and see the route that he took. So it looks like, and we could, I've never done this mission before, so I guess we could just sort of go, just draw ourselves a little thing. You go around here, is that what it's saying? Around there. And then sort of in between those two. And then up to there. Something along the lines of that. There we go, that'll do. So where are we? Where are we in the scheme of things? We're all the way over here. Now, this mission's a bit more involved and longer because I'm a high rank. The lower level missions would probably be there'd be 2 islands near each other or whatever. So we want to set a course westward, and we want to keep an eye out for seagulls, not like those little ones there, but you'll see focused seagulls that will represent a wreck. I'm just sort of seeing if I can see anything there. Not really. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Well, I suppose we can rip the anchor up. You can see the wind direction, that's very important as well. You want to avoid, you know, going leeward and that sort of thing. Alright, there we go. And we're off to the races. Now you can sort of just do your seamanship on your own, but obviously if I had a second hand it would be a bit better. I'll just pull that back. See how it took the wind, it went to a different animation and made a noise? That means we're going top speed. We've got max wind. Now there's our compass. We're going to bring her around to westward. Oh, here we might thread that needle. Or maybe we'll go... Oh, bugger it, we will. We'll do some fancies. Now, midships will make a click. You hear that noise? That dunk? Dunk. That means you're amidships. Sorry. I am a... I am a Navy man by career. That just means that your wheel is at center. Alright? Basically, you're a dead... Jeez, look at that storm chase here. So dead reckoning, dead center. Which is helpful. So we're at full lock across. Because it's hard to tell when you're coming around. You've already got, you know, degree of wheel on. You've already got momentum. So by setting it to amidships, you know that it will level out on this line eventually after the oversteer kicks. And you can sort of see your map from here as well. You can do that. So we're off to the races. Look at that. Pull out the old binos. See if this fort's active. Hard to tell. Oh. And that'll be manned by like AI skeletons. And that's the thing, you got to keep an eye out for bloody other players cruising around, looking for trouble. You'll be able to see them eventually. So you don't have to tack or anything like that too complicated if you know anything about seamanship, right? But I think even the most, you know, most people would be able to figure out that no wind equals no motion, right? There's a legitimate problem in the age of sail. If you found yourself without wind, like, you can fucking die. Oh, I think I saw seagulls over there. See those gulls there? That's a shipwreck. And they're just randomly cool little things that you can go and loot. You can do all sorts of stuff in this. Like I said, it's basically open world. But it won't be the one that we're looking for. Because it's not along the path. I don't think so. What is this? Oh, you know what? That's like a mermaid boss fight thing. I mean, I'm not really interested in it, but that's the thing. This game is just full of so much shit to do. Now, don't even get me started on ship-to-ship combat. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's not smoke. That's just the clouds. So this little outpost in front of us is like a tiny little port that will sell random little knickknacks. So, you know, before I could go to a shop and I could buy, you know, hats and stuff like that. What this will do, I think on an hour reset, it sells things at a discount. So you can go in there and try and just snatch up a sale on whatever, but it's not necessarily going to be something that you're interested in. The finest trading post. But our adventure continues. We're not interested in stopping there. They also buy, like, fish. So if you want to do fishing and then cook up the fish and sell them and try and sell trophy fish, you would do it there. That skull in front of us is another world event. There's going to be one on at any given time. So that sort of ship that you would have seen that was in the sky that I said was my favourite, that either expired or someone completed it, and then it will spawn in a new world event. In which case it's that skull, which is a raid. So there'll be an island there with a huge battle against skeletons that you can sort of partake in. If you finish it, you win. Alright, so we're pretty much on the course, and that's another one over there, another thing. That's more for the pirate faction. That's a really big bonus for them. If you pick up the chest at the bottom of that, it puts you on the map for everybody. Which is not something we really fucking want right now, is it? Oh, now here we go. There's a shipwreck ahead of us. I could have sworn I saw gulls. It's hard to tell with the visibility from the sail. There we go, dead ahead. Oh, what a game. Game of Kings. And look at that, that's right on our path. I would almost say sight unseen that's going to be our thing. Let's just double check. It is called Damp Beard's Hauler. This is exciting. I don't think I've ever done this mission before. Play some little ditties to... Give me the, There we go. Now, it's hard for me to show this off, but if there were other players on my crew, they could just click on an instrument as well, and it all syncs up. So if you all get a different instrument, they all play, someone plays the bass line, someone plays the drums, and you get a little band coming along. It's actually really, really clever, and it's great for morale. Oh, what a game. Okay. So we're going to check out these gulls. Now, usually, if you had enough people, you probably have someone up in the crow's nest or something like that, keeping a lookout for ships. Not really something I'm paying attention to. We're just going to drop the anchor here. And I might take a moment to empty my inventory. This is where all, like, your ammo sits. No. And food. Oh no, wood, sorry. And food. You can customize all your clothes and shit here in the front. And you can cook up things like fish and raw meat, and you can drink grog because we're pirates. Okay. One last head check before I go under. Yeah, we seem alright. Let's go have a look. Oh, hang on, maybe this isn't a shipwreck. If it was, I'd be seeing it right now. What is going on here? But the fact that there is all this debris is a bit strange. And flotsam. That must be because it's a quest mission. What have we got here? I'll pick this crate up and bring it back. We might bring the ship about, because you've got harpoons on your bow that you can use to fish this stuff out a lot easier. Ah. Well, this is a trade good. See what happens when I put it down. Treasure aboard ship. Okay. We're going to put this at full lock. We're going to pull our sails all the way up. We're going to lift the anchor at the capstan. We will pivot about. It should start turning on its own. Like I said, there's still a video gamey physics component to the motion. You still get propulsion regardless of wind speed. It's obviously favoured. If you have the wind. How far off is that? Let's give us a little bit of impulse. Because I can't really see the... If you put it center, you just sort of go at standard speed. Okay. Okay. So what do we reckon's going on here? Oops. Ooh, this is a different coloured barrel. Open merchant barrel? Hey, here we go. Clue found. Dampbeard's Hauler, crew journal. What are these manifest things? The captain seems to think they're valuable. I'll ask her when we reach Sailor's Knot Stronghold. Well, here we go. So there's multiple legs to this journey. Sailor's Knot Stronghold. Well, whereabouts are we? We're here. Sailor's Knot Stronghold. So, I guess... they went here. Oh! Well, this is blowing out into being a bit of a longer mission, isn't it? Cool. That's empty, so we can get rid of it. And I suppose we could loot these other bits and bobs. Is there anything... I mean, there's just barrels. They're just going to have random things. Yeah. Okay, so I think we already got the main haul, as it were. But it doesn't hurt to have those things. Okay. Well, bring her about. Oh, I should probably adjust the map so I can... the chart, sorry. So I can actually see what I'm doing. But that's the thing, that's how this game works, is there's so many things to do in the sort of open sandbox. Lots of quests and battles and fighting AI and fucking krakens from the deep. All sorts of great stuff. And then, on top of that, fixed missions. Like what we're doing now. And yeah, it's one of those games that... what the fuck is that noise? Do you reckon it's this? I don't know what it was. Maybe something clipped on us. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so we're going to this fort, I think. See if we can find a good place to dock. Sailor's Knot Stronghold. Well, they're not shooting at me. Not yet, at least. Careful we don't get stuck in the shallows. If you take damage crashing into things or from cannonballs, you have to patch it up. Like, you don't have a health bar per se, but you get holes in your hull, and if they are below the waterline, then you're going to have to deal with that. In that it will fill up with water and then you have to bail it out. So it has a system there where, you don't have health, but if you have 10,000 holes in your ship and you're taking more water than you can bail, your ship will sink, you'll lose your flag, you'll lose everything that you had, and then it's all over. Oh my god, that gave me a fright. So I've come in too close. So we're taking on water. Let's lower this. Well, there you go, this works out well. You can hear it glugging in. So we're going to need wood. Repair. And it's the battle scars of a long session, right? So you'll be able to see that hole on the outside of the ship. Let's get rid of the last of that. Alright. Let's see. You should be able to see... shouldn't you? Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. What's going on here? We got... Cap captain's key. Oh. Oh my. What about, oh, maybe I have to put it down. Okay. What about this? Clue in a bottle. Oh, look at this. Oh, goodness me. It's all happening on this adventure. Oh, no, they don't want to read that. And you can charge an attack. If I get it right. No, never mind. I'm not going to charge. I'm just going to kill you. And now I'm hurting, so I'm going to eat a coconut. I think we've shown off pretty much all the mechanics of this. And obviously better quality fish and food like pork that's been cooked up is going to get you higher quality healing. But where was I? I wanted to read my new clue. Our next stop is going to be Lagoon of Whispers. Reminds me of home, only nicer and not a swamp. And then from there, you know, you would check out the map and move along. But now it's starting to blow out as far as time goes. I wonder what the captain's key's for. I think honestly that just opens up certain chests that you find in the real world, but I can't remember. But yeah, there you go. Sea of Thieves. A lot to do. Even if it's just sad old you on your own. But definitely benefited from having a whole crew. But at the same time, there's something very thrilling, and it's not something I can manufacture here. But if you do find yourself being bored down on by pirates or... No. Well, that's not actually a pirate. That's AI. That's an AI ship, you can tell by the lights. So you can go and fight them. The same sort of story. They'll be crewed by infinite skeletons, and you need to sink them by poking holes in them. But then when they do finally sink, they drop treasure. So I think I've listed off a million different things that you can do in this game, and there's a million more. But yeah, it's thrilling trying to take the wind and out-seamanship other ships, because like the galleon, for example, if you had a competent 4-man crew that never dropped the wind once, they will outspeed anything in the game. However, it can be difficult, especially when you're versing a little sloop that desperately wants to get away, is not interested in fighting. All they've got is one sail to control, and you've got 4 dudes to wrangle. So, you know, it can actually kind of even out that you can escape as this little smuggler trader trying to get away from the big fish. Anyway, I'm gushing, but that's because it's one of my favourite games ever. And I'm happy to show it to you. You should at least check it out on Game Pass. Everyone should have Game Pass, but if not, I believe it's going cheap on Steam at the moment. Anyway, but of course, what would I know? I'm just some dickhead who plays video games, so don't listen to anything I say. Team, we might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.